No, nigga, because
the
I'm not
same
going
thing?
to even play that game with you because Coach
Right.
K would have never even recruited none of them niggas.
Exactly.
That's why they went to
So how are
LSU.
you supposed to do something with that? Like, how are you supposed to get jiggy with that?
At my crib, I got baddies galore. They just blow all the rats on couture. On the beach, we just chill by the shore. I need MTV Chris for a tour. I got race on code that Danny Fanos. When I don't take them out, they get tantrums.
She
All
be
right.
in church after brunch.
So NBA season is back to action. How y'all feel teams is looking so far?
Oh man,
You know what?
oh
Let me
man.
see who you guys think got a chance to make it to the finals from both sides so far.
Well, you start talking NBA season, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot of sleeper teams.
Because I'm gonna go with the Lakers, and I'm
Like
gonna go with
the
the
Lakers,
Raptors.
the Raptors, the Lakers and the Raptors,
That's what I think might make it.
the Lakers and the Raptors.
Because I know Bron's gonna turn on that playoff switch, and you know he's gonna turn into what we always used to seeing him do. And of course, Toronto, man, they super sleepers, veteran positions veteran people at each position, and a nice little depth too. I think they got a nice chance to come out that East.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Um,
The Raptors are a really strong team, like defensively, and I think that Nick Nurse might be the best coach in basketball. Just being honest, like for that team to really overperform as much as they do. I know they got blown up by 40 by the Celtics, but you know it kind of really is what it is. Fred VanVleet or Drake, as I call him, right? You know, he kind of like he's these past couple of games, like he's showing that like he's not just that journeyman guy off the bench anymore. Like he's a legit starter, and he's for real. OG Anunoby looks like a fucking monster right now. Like his offensive game like dramatically changed even from like when the last time that they were playing. Pascal still an amazing basketball player, so like I think that team's definitely going to make it far. Defensively, they're just too good. As far as who's coming out of the West, I'm really sad about Dame missing that free throw. I don't know what that was about, but things happen, I
Just get back
guess.
to it.
I'm not super duper confident that the Lakers will be able to run it out. I think that this might be the year James Harden takes the Rockets to the finals, man. He's too fresh. He's looking too good. Russ is looking too good, and they play the ugliest brand of basketball ever. so it should be really effective.
I think James is unstoppable, man. I ain't gonna front that. Is really the same move every time he comes down. He could pull
Every
it out
time.
his back every time, and
Every single time.
it's money. Except like when they start kind of sending people at him, that's when he's gonna have to drive and dish, which I want to see a little bit more. But I mean, for right now, how they playing him, if they gonna keep playing him like that, yeah, I don't see how they don't have a chance to make it. Honestly,
For sure, I'm with you 100%. And there are like a couple of dark horse teams. Like you already know how I feel about the Pelicans. I really honestly believe that if the Pelicans make it to that play-in tournament, they're gonna beat whoever's in that spot. And I really think that they could take the Lakers to 7 or whatever the maximum amount of games is that they're gonna play. He's too good of a basketball player, and I don't think that Anthony Davis. Okay, like Anthony Davis was probably gonna score 60 a game, right? But like, I don't know. It's just something about that team. Drew's really good. Brandon Ingram is like skinny Kevin Durant, and they got some bodies they can throw at LeBron.
I just don't like the fact that nobody's been there before. That's like my biggest thing. Like the closest thing you have is like Drew, and then JJ. Other than that, like nobody's really been in that position before, so it's really hard to say. I think they're going to make a nice shot at them. I think talent wise, it'd be good for them for years to come, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. They're going to be able to give them a nice little run for their money. I think Portland got the better chance, honestly, if they able to squeeze in.
I guess, but I mean, like, who defends LeBron? Who defends Anthony Davis? You know,
I mean, it's gonna be tough. That's the thing. But then
yeah,
again, they got Dame and CJ. You know, with Avery Bradley out and Rondo out too. You gotta think about
yeah,
the same thing. Like who's gonna stop CJ from getting his regular 20? Who's gonna stop Dame from being Dame? You know,
yeah,
it's a nice little matchup right there.
yeah. I guess that's a good point. Fucking, the Lakers are really deficient at guard, which is kind of one of my chief concerns with them, right? I mean, like, you're gonna have LeBron bringing the ball up for the entirety of the
But you was just
playoffs.
talking about my man J.R. Smith like he was God. You was just gonna ignore that you was doing that off camera.
No, no, not at all, not at all.
Just going to ignore you talking about J.R. gonna take him to
listen,
the
listen,
promised land.
listen. I like Henny Jr. as much as the next guy, right?
Yeah,
But the bubble's different, man. You know, like most of these guys, they gotta hit the club sometimes, man. And I think that Jr. is he's gonna miss that club energy.
Man, oh man, oh man. I just waited for y'all to do what y'all do. Man, oh man, oh man. Where do I start? So now let's start in the East. So you talk about the East and you talk about the bubble. And you talk about the bubble and you gotta know that it like LeBron says, it's weird. The atmosphere of the bubble is super weird. This is not a regular situation. That's why you're seeing
Mhm.
players persevere that don't. It's a couple guys that's busting ass right now. You're like, damn.
Yeah,
You seen
yeah.
Grayson
Troy
Allen?
Daniels is one of
You
them.
see,
Grayson Allen,
yeah.
Troy
You
Daniels.
know
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Because those is guys that was good in AAU, and playing out there is like playing in the AAU tournament. Like LeBron said, he just happened to be
Hmm.
okay in AAU. LeBron wasn't the best, and that's why he's playing okay in
Yeah,
the bubble. See?
yeah.
So now you're going to start to understand the dynamics of the playoff chase is kind of different now, you know? Mhm.
nah, I think
Now,
Ron gonna turn up because he
wait,
ran the
wait, wait, wait,
circuits.
wait,
He
wait.
ran the
But
circuits.
I'm not. Let me finish my good point. That's just the East. So now I'm not even meaning to talk about LeBron, but you got to know that in the East you got Giannis, right? Now
Hmm.
I don't have too much faith in the Bucks because they don't have the it factor. I'm not convinced with Middleton. I'm not convinced with the depth of their bench. But
I agree.
they
I agree.
they're like the strongest team put together. But now you got the dark horses, like my main man said, and the dark horses say it's going to be a sleeper team. And Toronto is good because they're well coached. I give them that. Coach of the year, I don't.
Yeah, that might be a reach.
No. You know why? People going to say coach of the year because he has a better record without Kawhi. The
Yeah,
better record.
that was a big thing.
That's big. That's big to come
Yeah,
back
it's huge.
with
Huge.
with a championship team without your star player that supposedly got you there and have a better record. But under the circumstances of this year, this is that asterisk year that's going to have double asterisks next to
Yeah.
it. So you know what
And
I mean?
that's unfortunate for them too, though.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they were
super.
actually playing good basketball all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were actually, but it was other teams that was emerging. Like, look at Miami; they're playing kind of horrible in the bubble, but they were playing great outside before the shit started.
I think they
Like
just need some time to get back to it.
Dallas is playing mediocre. Well, Dallas I think is playing better, but they just can't. They're like hot and cold because their talent is hot and cold.
Yeah.
Well, Doncic was
But
out of shape for like a while too. That's something to keep in mind. Like he's just now getting back into basketball shape.
Yep.
but now back to the East. I don't know who I like in the East. You can't say Indiana because they don't have a stud. Oladipo is like Philly. Philly's weird looking. Like they can't get it together.
Yeah,
Ben
they are.
Simmons playing the 4. Like, so it's
Yeah,
like
that's
almost
crazy.
a gimme. Like the East is, too easy. It's nobody there that's shaking shit up. So we expect to see Toronto and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. Do we disagree?
How you feel about Boston?
I don't feel about Boston because Kemba's knee is hurt. And Jason Tatum, I told you how I felt about Jason Tatum when he was busting my ass in 2K with him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like him. He's not. I'm not convinced. Like he doesn't have. You can still touch him, and it's a problem for him. You
Yeah,
know.
for me, he just takes way too many contested jump shots, and I get it
Yeah.
that like it's that Kobe mentality, right? Where every shot you take,
Nah.
you can make, and
Well,
like there's really no difference between Jason Tatum this year and last year. Like the
Yes.
really only change is that he's making the shots that he was taking last year.
Yes, and they're dumbass shots. Like
Yeah,
even
yeah,
when he's on,
hard.
he's
They're
patting the
really hard.
ball
Yeah,
5, 6, 7, 8 seconds in somebody right in front of somebody. I don't think that's Kobe. That's not Kobe basketball. That's James Harden basketball. Like, and to me,
yeah,
he's
yeah. You
just
might be right. You might be right.
he's patting that rock too much for a player of his size. Like it's so much he could do. He's so elusive and he wastes it
Yeah,
going rocking side to side. And that's
yeah.
just how I feel about them. They don't have what it takes to come out the East veteran-wise either. I feel bad for Marcus Smart. He should have asked for a trade. But he's the heart and soul, so Danny Ainge probably ain't going to let him go. But, they're dookie, man. Boston is dookie. They're playing
So
dookie in the bubble.
Oh,
They won one.
no, they did
You
just
know,
blow out the Raptors. They fucked them up for sure.
they blew out the Raptors.
Yeah, it was by like 40 or something like that.
yeah, they gave him some
Boston
work.
did?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I must have been asleep.
yeah.
I ain't see
Yeah,
that game.
Pull that
Kemba,
up.
Jalen Brown, they all came out and they were
Oh,
fucking
so Kimber
firing on
Nee
all
must be.
cylinders.
That's
Yeah,
the type. But all right, so that's cool.
yeah.
It's only
Well,
8 games in the bubble.
yeah.
You got
Here's my thing about Boston. Like, if they
Yeah,
can get good production from
122 to
Gordon
100.
Hayward, yeah,
122 to
yeah,
100.
they scored 122. Yeah. If you get good production from Gordon Hayward, and this is where I'm confused right? Like, I think that we all can agree that Brad Stevens is a great coach, but for some reason, I can't understand. Brad Stevens coached Gordon Hayward in college, right? So if anybody knows how to maximize his production, it should be Brad, right? But for some reason, I don't know if Gordon Hayward just sucks now or
I don't
what.
think
Like,
it's that he sucks. He's just, I mean, he had the injury, so I don't think he's really the same anymore. Like some people bounce back 100%. Like Paul George had an MVP season. Some people just it doesn't happen that way. Like I think really it's too many people at that position for him to really fit in and be a starter. Because if I'm looking at it,
yeah,
I'm not going to start him over Jalen Brown, and I'm not going to start him over Tatum. So he's going
he's
to have to ride my bench.
100%,
He's a starter on any other
100%.
team except for that team.
No,
Well, of course, there's a
no,
couple that you probably wouldn't, but except for that team, like anywhere else,
no,
he's starting. He's getting his production, his touches. He's able to play, make, and do like he used to do back in Utah. But right there in that situation, he's not going to
mm,
be like the main ball handler on that team.
you said it right there. Boom. You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Right back in Utah. Now, when somebody's playing Dookie, as Gordon Hayward is playing, you want to know why he's playing Dookie. A lot of people could say it's the injury. No, but he's had like 38. Look, he had a couple 30-point games. It's not the injury. It's the fit. It's either the fit is wrong and the fit is super wrong because right now he's suffering from what Boston is saying. He don't have an identity. Like, he had an identity. He was the white hype in Utah. Then he left. He's
correct.
playing with a whole bunch of good people now. He didn't have that many good players, that many versatile players. So now they don't know where to run on the court. Kimba is the only one that know I do point guard shit. The rest of them, like, they look lost in the stars. That's why they all are so inconsistent at their positions because they don't know what the fuck their positions are. Like, outside of Marcus Smart and fucking Kemba Walker, everybody's like lost in Boston, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, they
like
don't know their rules.
I love Brad, but I think if you switch Brad and Popovich, you might get a little bit better results just because
that's a fact. I don't think Brad Stevens is a great coach. I feel like his run at Butler was conducive of the team that he had. He had great players. He had 2 NBA players. Like, he had Sheldon Mack and Gordon Hayward. Like, they were studs, like, going into that tournament, and they were older.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Than a lot of players that they were playing against. A lot of people don't know that. You know, they were playing against people, and they had played, 36 college games as a freshman, 36 as sophomore. By the time they got to the tournament, they were seasoned college players. You know what I mean? They weren't just like 2 ranky-dink playing. They had great non-conference play and all of that. So that's a fact. But Gordon Hayward always had a sidekick. He didn't have a great point guard that Kemba got to get his shots. Jason Tatum got to get his shots. Marcus Smart got to come off the bench to get his shots. That's why he's not playing good, bro. If you put that nigga on the Knicks, oh, man, you'll see a resurgence because it'll be predicated all around him. And that's what he was used to in Butler. That's what he was used to in Utah when he had his run in Utah. Right. He didn't have anybody great there with him.
Yeah, he just had good pieces around him. I mean, he wasn't really the greatest team in the world.
So his injury wasn't about it wasn't about him being injured, bro. It was about the people from Utah. They're mean. They put a curse on him. And that's why he broke his fucking leg. I'm dead serious. And that's why, Utah's like that, bro. You see what they did to Mike in the flu game.
No, they got some good fans. That. I ain't gonna lie.
They got evil fans. They call niggas niggas in Utah. They
do call niggas niggas.
It's crazy. That's a diehard fan base.
It's sick. It's sick.
Utah loved Gordon Hayward. They felt like if he had, if Favors would, they wanted.
If he would have had what they had now, for sure, they would have kind of went a little bit deeper.
If he would have stayed with Gobert and let Gobert develop, I think that would have probably and Donovan Mitchell would have came. Yeah, that would have been exciting.
Now they got Conley too. Like that's a nice little team. And Conley's not like a
They wouldn't have had Conley, I don't think, because remember Rubio had
the money wouldn't have worked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was like some Rubio shit. They would have had to still, but they would have had a good point guard. Nevertheless, they would have got somebody because they, that system stays getting a good, solid point guard.
Yeah, I think if Utah gets a point guard, they always have a good year. I mean, that's been precedent over the years.
Yeah, man. But that's how I feel about Boston. So that still leaves in the East. Coming out of the East, it's going to be the Raptors or it's going to be the Bucks, which is sucky. There's nobody really there that could just shake their shit up.
If the Sixers could get it together.
No. Now let's be for real.
Absolutely not.
Because
no way.
You're talking about you got to be for real. The Sixers can't win a 7-game series. They can't get out of the first round, I don't believe. We're going to see, though.
100% agree.
They came close last year, though, against, what's his name? Oh, the Raptors. They came real close.
If you watch those games, from last year, they were not as close as they appeared, because you got to remember that the Sixers were the overwhelming favorites to beat the Raptors. Like Joel Embiid is a top
they did
player.
Have Jimmy then too. They did have Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. They were overwhelming favorites, and they still lost. You know what I'm saying? And the games weren't really as close as the box scores kind of depicted. Like Ben Simmons, Brett Brown is the worst coach in basketball. I think he might be one of the worst coaches ever. Ben Simmons is a terrible basketball. Listen, Ben Simmons is great. He's an amazing talent, right? But
guarantee he's done after the season. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, if they don't make it anywhere, Brett Brown.
No, even if he does, they guarantee he's done.
Yeah, he's gone. Short of an NBA Finals victory, he's not coming back.
That's right. That's the only thing that brings him back.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of issues with the team. I watch a lot of Sixers games, man, and every time I watch Ben Simmons, he comes up. If he's not bringing the ball up from the top of the key, then he's just sitting in the dunker spot all possession. And that's literally all he does. And I don't understand how this happens literally play after play for years and years. The dude's game just hasn't taken any steps at all since he came into the league.
Well, it's like kind of like Giannis. Except Giannis wants to step out a little bit more. He wants to try to shoot, but if you put Joel Embiid on the same team with Giannis, it's you gonna see
No,
less production from
he's still
Embiid
getting
because Giannis is
35.
still doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
still.
it's just
I think they'll be better together.
Ben
They'll be
Simmons
better
doesn't do as
together.
much as
No way.
Giannis.
They'll be better together because Ben Simmons' personality is bitchy and ups and diddy,
Well, he's a
and
beta for
that's
sure.
why. That's why. And Joel Embiid, he's a big ass baby, but he tries to be an alpha male. So
Yeah.
if
Right.
Giannis is a playful, he would outwork that nigga Embiid in practice and make him work. He would challenge him differently, and they will have a good relationship, I believe.
Yeah.
And they both foreign. Ben Simmons is on some. He date like R&B singers. He's a
Yeah.
He's a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
bro, to
Yeah.
have the talent that he has, like, and to not dominate on that court, bro. I don't accept nothing else less than that. Like,
Yeah,
and you can't say it's light skin because Steph is dominates at the point guard position on the light skin
That's
tip,
crazy.
and he makes it look dope. And Ben Simmons just fucks up all the light skin work that they've been putting in the last 10, 15 years with Drake.
Nah, I can't disrespect Ben because you look at what he does though. He's probably one of the best passers in the league. He locks up any position on the court except for
He's
probably the
great.
biggest
Yeah, they
five.
saying that. They saying he's good defensively, but you watch him play defense. I watch him play defense. He doesn't lock people up. He plays great in the passing lanes. That's what he does because he's super fast. I think it could have been like a cornerback or something.
Yeah, no, he's naturally fast.
But but I knew it. Like, see, I was not convinced with him in college because to me, if you nice, you take your team. Like, he couldn't do nothing with LSU. Like, he couldn't shoot.
To be fair, they were a garbage can.
Yeah, they had nobody.
They
Come
were
on, man.
garbage can, but he was
Come
nationally ranked. The last nigga that was nationally ranked coming out of college, he was a freshman, Zion Williams. They were good. Don't get me wrong, but it was pretty much him and R.J. Barrett. You know what I
come
mean?
on. That's
Nah. They had Cam Reddish coming off the bench.
Come on, Cam.
What you
Come on, that's
mean?
Duke, bro. You can't
He's
do that with
Dookie.
Duke. We
Cam is
talking Duke
Dookie.
compared to LSU. That's crazy.
Cam is Duke.
All I'm saying,
and don't get me wrong. I respect to all those local Louisiana players that would have went on that team to do what they do. But we talking about two different recruiting teams.
No.
And you talking about two different. You talking about two different conferences too. That's why he should have walked all over teams in that conference.
So you telling me
that I do agree with.
So you telling me you give Coach K that LSU team, and you put that LSU team over there in
No, nigga, because I'm not going to even play that game with you because Coach K would have never even recruited none of them niggas. That's why they went to LSU.
So how are you supposed to do something with that? How are you supposed to get jiggy with that?
How you supposed to
respect
get
to all those guys. It's hard as hell to play D1 ball, but how are they supposed to do anything?
Hold up. He was the number one recruited player. He could have went to Duke. He could have went anywhere he wanted to go, right?
He picked it, right? But I'm saying, as far as if I pick a team,
that's what my argument is.
What's your argument?
My argument is.
What's the
argument is if you think you're Jordan, nigga, you go someplace and you're that good. If you want to be better, that goes to show you his prima donna attitude. Because if he wanted to go get better, he would have went to a program that would have made him better, like Duke, or something that would have maximized his potential. But he wanted to be the man.
So
and he went to LSU, and he wasn't able to be the man. Now he got all that hype about what he could have been. Now he's in the NBA. He went to the Sixers. Everybody thought he was going to be the man. He can't be the man. He's not I'm the man kind of player.
So you say in order for somebody to not have a prima donna attitude, they got to go to a school that they feel is going to push them, that has a lot of talent?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you a nigga that's nice, right, and you think, yo, I'm in the top 5 recruiting class in the country, and you can really pick your school, yo, Ja Morant went to what school he went to? What school he went to? Tell me. Murray State.
Murray State.
He went to Murray State, and he got them in the tournament.
Knew it wasn't D1.
And he got them in the tournament further than Ben Simmons did, bro.
but like I can't.
And that's a small D1, smaller than LSU. And who was John Morant playing with?
That's
That's a
Oh,
good. That's a good
that's
point.
right.
who
I
That's a
ain't
was
good
gonna lie.
Gordon
point.
Hayward? Who was Gordon Hayward playing with at Butler? A small D1, and they did it.
But Butler got a great coach though. Come on, man. What
Oh,
happened
now
last
we
season?
back to coaching. Now LSU coach can't coach. But after he left, LSU went deeper in the tournament. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I'm just saying they team at that time.
You like Ben
I
Simmons?
did not. I did
That's
not.
what
Don't get me wrong, Ben's my guy, but I'm still
Ben is Dookie.
that's great. I can't accept that.
You gotta accept it because guess what? This is going on his third year, and the numbers speak for itself.
He
You know what I
he's a
mean?
top tier
That's
all star.
And you
He's
can't
top tier
say,
all-star.
"Oh, he's playing with Joel." Joel get his numbers. He is an all-star
Nah,
because he's
Ben's a
playing in
walking
the
triple
East.
double.
He's playing in the East. If he's playing in the West, his ass be sitting. He'd be talking honorable mention. He's playing in the East. There's nobody in the East. He's playing his
yeah, he's an
position.
all-star by default.
He's at his position. He's golden. Nobody challenges him at his position. Nigga, Aaron Gordon plays his position.
But would you count him as
Miles Bridges and
would you count him as a power forward or a point guard? Like that's what you
I
gotta look
wouldn't
at.
count him as shit. If you
I agree.
asking me,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's just a big nigga on the court that could run fast to me. And
That's really all he does. That's all he does. That's really
If
all he
you
does is
can't
just run
shoot
fast and pass.
in the league, bro, after 3 seasons, nigga, Ron Artest didn't have no jump shot. What he was known for by the time he left. Jason Kidd came in. He didn't have no jump shot. What he was known for by the time he left. Come on, bro. I see people. I see Kevin Martin come in with the ugliest release.
The ugliest shit ever.
Yo,
Yeah,
Lonzo even fixed this shit up. Lonzo hit shots now. Lonzo be going 4 for 7 from 3 now. Like, he don't put the work in because that nigga too busy hanging out at parties and shit.
With the
Hanging out with
Kardashians.
Is
Anybody playing tonight?
I don't know.
Did we talk about Power?
No.
It's coming back out here. It's coming
Nah,
back
50
September.
50 abandoned that. It's
No, it's coming back
No,
September.
Power Book 2 is here. I saw the fucking trailer
yeah,
for
no,
it.
I'm saying like as far as like his main focus goes, his focus is on life. He ain't really worried about power.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't he doing a BMF or something like that?
Yeah, he's doing the BMF project.
Yeah,
That's about to
50's
drop
doing that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Power sequel.
next.
I'm
Yeah.
not watching Tasha in jail and Tariq trying to be the new Ghost. I'm good.
Nah, I heard it's like a prequel thing.
Yeah, it's going to like go over like how they came up to where they are.
Yeah. I see. No, that's the second one. I heard it's a couple spinoffs, but I need something on TV. TV's so garbage. I feel like a fucking scout watching all this basketball in the bubble. You know what I mean?
So
When's
Phoenix plays
Snowfall coming back?
Miami, Milwaukee plays Dallas, and that's about it.
Oh, that Milwaukee Dallas game is gonna be good.
Yeah, that should be something.
Milwaukee, Dallas is gonna be. I take a bet. I already know who the spread is gonna be. Who comes out victorious? Milwaukee with at least a 5 to 10 point spread.
I think Milwaukee's winning that game for sure. I'll take
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
because Luka kind of gimpy. I've been watching his movements. And,
He's
Can we
getting
talk
back in
about something? Can we talk about something? I'm sick of every time Luka plays, ESPN has a new graphic. Luka, the first player ever to do X. Luka is only on a list.
Hey,
with
he's
Oscar
a young
Robertson.
phenomenon. They did the same thing with LeBron. They did the same.
hey, no, you know what? I gotta see his birth certificate though. I think Luka is 39 years old.
Oh, dead.
And
Bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. I may be the first person to say it, the first, sports analyst. Yes, that's what I am to say this. Luka, I think I give him like a 6 to 7 year career, tops.
Tell me more.
You think he has a big injury, or he just doesn't make it?
I don't think that. I feel like he's 39 and his back or something's gonna go out. He's gonna have like a fucking Larry Bird injury or something like that. Because
he's almost too good at basketball, right?
He's great at basketball. And
he's a virtuoso.
I watch IQs, and you even compare LeBron at 21 Luka's better than him.
Yeah,
Like
he's
IQ
almost better than
like,
everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
like how old
Only-
is Trey? Now Trey Young is another one. I need to see his birth certificate. I
Yeah,
think
Trey-
Trey Young is like 39 too. He got a
His
bald
hairline
spot.
39, but yeah, I was gonna say his hair 39, but I don't think
No,
he's.
I don't think he's like 23 or 24. But now compare them. Even if they're around the same age, you can just it's a little difference in Luka's IQ and Trey's IQ. And Trey's trained to be a point guard, and Luka's just a basketball player, kind of like.
Yeah, Luka just bought. Well, Luka had experience in the EuroLeague from 16. He's been around the game for a while at the highest level.
Hey, I had experience in Harlem, and that's just as good as the EuroLeague. And I don't know. And my IQ really didn't get to like how Luka see the game into like late 20s, like
Because Luka
and
been
then
playing the game at a high level since he was 16. He was
I
in the
don't know.
EuroLeague.
I see some of them
Ricky Rubio was
16.
playing professional ball since he was 12.
Yeah, Rubio's he's an excellent passer. Niggas' vision's crazy.
He's a passer.
He's the best
LeBron's
passer.
a passer, but the Luka, the shit he could do with the game, with his footwork, with the step back.
Oh yeah.
You see, a lot of players is good because they see moves and they can mimic moves. And Luka has learned that ability, and he's blended those moves into his own shit. But
He's been in the game.
his body, it's like certain bodies is built for athletes. You know what I mean? And now his body looks like he should have been a principal or something.
I mean, I think you over exaggerating though, because Luka was out of shape because he didn't feel like doing anything over the summer. So he did.
Well, if he gets into shape, maybe that'll prolong his career. But
like the Joker, how you feel about the Joker? Never.
I feel like, oh man, like yeah, like
he
the
took
Joker.
that crack diet way too serious.
Oh man, I don't know. Like the Joker is his game is just I don't know how it's in the league. It's just one of them games. Like I think about like Brad Miller, like, and I think his IQ is that European IQ, I guess.
Yeah, I'm telling you, been in the game for a long time. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of nice European players in the league right now. I think this is probably at the all-time best that it's been. Because even the bum niggas that you never hear about that play on the Sixers or that play on Sacramento, they're pretty good.
Yeah. That's all.
I don't know you guys. I don't know you guys' names, and I don't want to, fuck them up. But you guys, y'all balling.
That's why you said it, not me. I respect each one of those individuals. It's hard as hell to get there.
They balling. Stankovich's and
the Ilyasovas.
Yeah, Ilyasova been balling. What's the Dario Saric? He be balling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a couple ballers, European ballers.
Thanks.
That they make it like damn. But Luka, yeah, he's 39. I need to see a birth certificate.
No, that's crazy.
He's about to get like I need to see his birth certificate. I can't believe it. Like when you saying you better than I watch basketball. And I've never seen nobody in the 2 seasons just make the game. And basketball is different because people really don't play the same kind of defense. But I see people guard up on them, and they still get jaded and shit.
Yeah, Luka cold, man. Boy got game.
It's weird. He doesn't look really strong or really fast.
He's crafty.
So it just really, it just confuses me when he just blows by people. I'm like,
I want to guard him. I want to guard up on him. I want to see what he's about.
He
I want
do
to see
shit that make you think about it. But y'all,
but I want him to be able. I want him
to
have to come guard me back. He can't just. I'm gonna guard him, but he gotta guard me though.
I'm getting lasered out, y'all. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, Luka, yo, holla at me, B. We set it up.
Oh, this.
I don't know. That step back, B. I be watching that shit on TV, and I don't know about it. I think they shaving points to give Luka. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm dead.
Not convinced.
Bye, y'all.
At my crib, I got baddies galore. They just blow all the rats on couture. On the beach, we just chill by the shore. I need MTV Chris for a tour. I got race, I call that Danny Fanos. When I don't take them out, they get 10.